Hello, everybody, and I hope you're doing well. Today, I'm going to talk about support and resistance, and this is the rest of our discussion. And in the previous video, we have talked about support and resistance, but we have just talked about what they are. But in this video, we are going to talk about the other aspects of it. I mean, the higher high and higher low, lower high and lower low. We're going to talk about dynamic support and dynamic resistance, as well as the things I told you. We are going to talk about uptrend and downtrend. So let's get started. According to this part of the market and this photo I have prepared for you from the real market, you can see we have a kind of photo which is like a channel. All right. I start from the left side and I want to explain step by step, and listen carefully and you can take note while I'm explaining. So from the left side, if you can see the price here, we had a kind of bearish or downtrend. I mean, the price is decreasing, so it has made a low. The price is somehow lower than the previous, reaction or the previous, price. Anyway, and after this, reaction, we could see we have a kind of, bullish trend, and the price is increasing up to the point. So this is the first high. And as you can see, the price is high because we compare this price with the previous reaction, which was low. So again, we have another reaction to this line, and we can call it higher high. Why do we call it higher high? Because it is higher than the other price or the other reaction in the trend, and the price is increasing as well. And the last one, the higher high, or in this places we could say, in this trend we could say the highest high. Anyway, they call it in different ways, and we're going to explain about it later on. But if you look at this line, we have the first part high, higher high, because the price has increased, and the last reaction, higher high. Again, the price is higher, and because the price is increasing and it has made another point for us, another price or another reaction, we call it higher high. All right. So this line is a kind of dynamic resistance. Why do we call it resistance? Because you can see whenever the price, comes to these points, we can see we have had some reactions. All right. That's why we call them resistance. And it is not static. You can see the price is increasing. That's why we call it dynamic resistance. All right. So please take a look at the lower side, and I start from, the left side. I told you that we have a kind of low. We compared it with the previous price. So we have another reaction here. It is higher in comparison with this low. All right. So this is a higher low. It is another low because in the past we could see the price was higher. So now it is lower, but because it is higher than the previous low, we call it higher low. And the same here. All right, but this line is called support. What kind of support? Dynamic support. Because whenever the price comes to these areas, so we can see the change in trend. But finally, we want to talk about what if we have high, higher high, the other higher high, low, the other higher low, and the other higher low. We call this trend bullish, or we call them uptrend. So this was the things about the first photo. Good. Now I want you to take a look at the other photo I have prepared for you, again from the real market, and it was the part of the market. Anyway, we start again from the left side of this photo. Okay, you can see the price which is decreasing. So we have a kind of bearish trend or downtrend. It has made the first low point, which I have pointed using these rectangles or squares. Then the price was increasing, and you can see this part which we have made a kind of high, again decreasing, and the price had reaction to this line. So as you can see, the previous line was called low, and now the price here is called lower low. And finally, we have another lower low. Why do we call them lower low? As you can see, the price is decreasing, and it is made, the price has made some reaction to this line, and the price is lower. And since it is lower than the previous low, so we call them lower low. All right, so this line again can act as a kind of support, dynamic support. Cool. Now take a look at the other line. I am talking from the left side again. We have talked about the high. The price is high here. Okay, the other point which I have pointed and prepared for you using square or rectangle is lower high. Why do we call it lower high? It is high in comparison with the previous point. Okay, but we could say this is, since this is lower than the other price, we call it lower high, and the same to the last one. And as you can see, this line, okay, can act as resistance. What kind of resistance? Of course, dynamic resistance. Finally, I would like to refer to this point. When we have this situation, high, lower high, and the other lower high, and on the other hand, low, lower low, and the other lower low, this trend is bearish, and we can call it downtrend. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'm going to explain about the breakout and different strategies in the next video. Bye for now.